more episodes of the Games4all podcast, please check out our website, www.games4allpodcast.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Games4all. And you can like us on Facebook, just search for Games4all podcast. Games4all is brought to you by iPage. For more affordable and greener web hosting, check out ipage.com. Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 39. I'm your host Dan Young, and with me as always is my good friend
James Craigie. Yeah, I know. I can't help it. It's not a choice. I was born this way.
I've been waiting for you for a long time to make that apology, by the way.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, before we kind of carry on with the normal kind of segments of the show as we usually do, I'm going to make a quick announcement that we are finally getting around to recording a video podcast again this week. Woo! Episode 14, I do believe, of Games4all Extra will be recorded at some point later this week if all things go to plan, and should be up on Friday or Saturday, around about then. So I know a lot of people have been kind of without the video podcast for a while. The last one we did was episode 13. It was the Kinect special. This is like way back when Kinect came out.
Yeah,
I say way back. It's only November, but still, it seems like a long time ago. And a lot's happened since. So, but because we were really pushing out those video podcasts like once a week, and it was getting a bit.
We did have one planned for the New Year, I think.
Yeah, we cancelled it because it was just too much work. Sorry, we don't think that much of our listeners. I'm joking. No, but I think it's about time we did another video podcast. So we're going to record one this week. It'll be up later in the week, and also to coincide with it, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we'll have a brand new website as well. Well, it's going to be the same web address, obviously, Games4allpodcast.com, but it's going to have a new look. It's going to have some cool little features on it. Pretty much, I mean, the video side of things is where it's kind of sucked, really.
Yeah.
Better layout, it's cleaner looking. It just looks a little bit nicer, and the video's high quality. So look forward to seeing that.
Excellent.
So it should be up this weekend also. So around about the same time the video podcast goes up. So that's the announcements out of the way. What have we been playing?
Do you want to start?
I can. There's not really that much for me to talk about. I mean,
well, the main one I think we both.
Yeah. Well, I'll start by talking about. Well, I've been playing like 2 games this week, right?
Yeah.
And we both know what the other one is, but me and the missus sat down to play a bit of Left 4 Dead over the weekend.
Awesome. And
yeah, good times, bit of co-op action,
Because you've been meaning to get around to play that for ages, I think.
No, I've played it kind of solo for a while, like a few times, picked up like occasionally between other games.
Yeah, but I meant together.
But together, yeah. She's been on at me a little bit for like the co-op on Left 4 Dead. So we finally got around to it, and yeah, it's good fun. I mean, it's Left 4 Dead,
You fancied a bit of zombie action.
It's alright, yeah, it's fun. It is what it is. I mean, I'm kind of not done with
that shit.
No, not so much, but like, I don't know, like we played so much of the first one, and the second one kind of doesn't seem quite as good to me, but
okay,
we're just kind of playing it because it's the newest one out. We have 2 copies of it, so
that's alright.
Fair enough. But can we collectively talk about the other game?
Oh, go on then.
So last week we might have mentioned that Marvel Vs Capcom 3 was coming out, and we both got it.
Yeah.
And we've both been playing it.
Yeah.
For like, all weekend, basically. Well, between playing Left 4 Dead. So yeah, Marvel vs Capcom 3. We got a first look of it at MCM.
Yeah.
Way back in October last year.
When it came onto your radar.
Yeah, pretty well. No, I mean, I knew about it, obviously. I played a lot of Marvel vs Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast, and that's some good times. But wasn't that fussed about it for some reason until we played it. And it was fucking amazing.
So good.
I mean, let's start by saying, I mean, I don't think a lot has changed visually since we saw it in October. I'm guessing very little has changed anyway, but it looks fucking amazing. Let's be honest. It is a really nice looking game. Runs really smoothly. Stupidly fun. I mean,
I have to admit, normally, if there's a game that I'm going to be playing for a little while, I install it. Always, just because you get like the better loading times, the better
usually there's
frame
some
rates and stuff.
Some improvements.
This one, when I had it, or when I got it, I was like, I just want to throw it in and do that. not needed to install it. It runs so quickly. The frame rate is so good, and it's just when you look at the sheer amount of everything that's going on screen at once, it's like, whoa.
It is absolute chaos. I mean, the thing is, like, I was excited for Street Fighter 4. I played a bit of it, but then kind of put it down, and I've been meaning to pick it up again, and it is fun, but I don't know. I like the Marvel vs Capcom thing. I like the variety of characters, the most ridiculous shit possible. It is one of the dumbest fighting games ever, but it's so amazing, and it's just like you can just pull off combos with so much ease. It's just so much fun to play. It's a fun fighting game.
It's literally press a button, and your whole team comes on screen and takes everyone out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you're doing like 100 hit combos just by tapping a few buttons, and and the inclusion of characters, like, I mean, characters that may not have been like major fan favourites for this franchise. I mean, Dante from like Devil May Cry, not the top of everyone's list probably, but a fun character to play in this game. I mean,
especially facing off against Deadpool.
Yeah, and pretty evenly matched. And Deadpool's amazing, but like Iron Man, they're putting a lot of popular characters in there.
Yeah, a lot of the ones from the previous Marvel vs Capcom games got quite a few new faces as well. Exactly,
but I mean, it is so much fun. I mean, it's just one of those games you can just sit and play for ages and ages and ages and not really get bored of it.
No, I just like sort of the attention to detail, especially in like some of the backgrounds and stuff. You kind of notice little things, nods towards the games and the comics and all that, and things that'll happen. Also, just if you pick two characters who are fighting against each other, generally if they've had a history either in games or in comics, or
they'll comment on it before the match starts. No, that's
and
awesome.
There are loads of them trying to find the different combinations
it's pretty
of
amazing,
who talks to who.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, no, you can tell it's a labour of love, really. I mean, it's definitely a cult thing. It's definitely got its fans. I'm a fan of it, but like, I think I enjoy playing this more than Street Fighter 4. And I mean, that's not a dig on Street Fighter 4. It's not that that's a not amazing game, but this was just so much more fun and enjoyable for me. I just didn't want to put it down.
I think it's like the tag teaming, and it's like selecting what moves they use as well. You can kind of get different combinations, and there's like tactics in there.
It's easy to kind of figure out what works for you as a player.
Yeah,
and you've got loads of freedom and a lot of choice in there, and I end up picking like 3 characters, and if I work well with them, I'll stick with them for a while. So
whereas I'm ever the geek, I kind of match up my characters.
I ain't so bothered about that.
But that's just me. I had my Avengers team.
I fucking knew you were going to say that.
Various.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's cool that you can do that, but this game's so good. I mean, seriously, if you're into fighting games, and especially if you're into comic books, and if you've played a lot of Capcom games, you know the character. I mean, if you've not even heard about this, do yourself a favour and check out a trailer, or go online and Google it. I mean, actually saying that, the video podcast we've got coming up later in this week, we'll be talking a little bit about Marvel vs Capcom 3 and showing it off. So check that out. But like, this game is that good. It is. I mean, it's been a long time since Marvel vs Capcom 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out on the Dreamcast, so that's how long we're talking. Like over 10 years now, almost. So like, I mean, I think there's been a few bits in between. Maybe like I can't remember.
Well, it's Capcom versus things, and it's been out on Xbox Live Marvel vs Capcom 2. It was re-released a little while ago.
But this has definitely been worth that wait. I think it just feels so much fun to play, and
already there's like,
I did try playing it online, but I never actually managed to.
No, they've been having some problems with the online, but that sort of thing. It's a fairly competitive game. So that sort of that they've had problems with like Street Fighter games in the past and everything, playing it online, like lag issues and all that. And it's good that they're kind of ironing it out. For too much, but they've already announced DLC for it with like extra modes and characters and. Excellent.
I mean, I might be tempted by that a little bit actually, because it is. Yeah. Some reason I didn't really get into Street Fighter 4, and I think for me is the kind of fighting game that I just kind of want to play more and more of, and. I can't see me getting bored of it anytime soon. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyways, I mean, that was last week's major release, and go get it. I mean, if you're on the fence about it, don't even be on the fence about it. Just go get it, because it's not a full price game. I think you can pick it up for about £30 now.
So
if you look in the right places, so worth it, worth every penny.
Yep.
Anyway, you've been playing some games.
I've been playing some games. I've been looking at the arcade titles.
Yes.
Like this House Party thing. I tried Hardcore Uprising. That's core as in Peace Core, not Apple Core.
Got ya. With a PS.
PS, yeah. That is wicked. It's basically Contra, but anime. Interesting.
I did kind of.
It's hard.
Flick through the arcade titles. No, I'm not download it. But like, I might be tempted to now.
Pick up the trial. I mean, it's cool. It has that sort of retro feel, like Gunstar Heroes, Guardian Heroes, that sort of.
That I can probably get behind. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I was meaning to check it out, but I never really got around to it.
It's cool. Like I said, like Contra, it's quite hard, and I died horribly first time I played it, but
still, you got to expect that with some of these games. Yeah, awesome.
Get into it. Also, stacking.
Yes.
Can't remember whether we talked about it.
We sort of didn't. I played a bit of the trial on Xbox, and I really didn't have a lot of time to get to play it and get into it. So it was fun. What I played, it was kind of cool and interesting. Something a little bit different. The puzzles weren't too hard, but they seemed, there's different. There's 4 different ways of doing it.
Humorous, nice sort of clean style to the art and everything.
Yeah,
it's a nice looking game. And
the cutscenes at the beginning were a little annoying for me that you couldn't skip them. And
they're quite long.
Yeah, but other than that, it seemed pretty fun.
Well, I got the trial and I had every intention of buying the full game on Xbox Live when I had the points, or the money to buy the points. But just by chance, I was scooching along what's new on the PlayStation Network, and for regular listeners, they might know that I purchased PlayStation Plus to get on the DCUO beta.
Yeah.
Basically, on PlayStation Plus, if you have subscribed, you can get the free upgrade from the trial to the full game. Free. I already said that.
Yeah, it's free.
So
you established that.
Yeah. So I've basically got this game, which is, I think, £9, something like that, for free, just because I'm on PlayStation Plus.
That's pretty cool for those people out there with a PS3 who are, who might even be thinking about whether it's worth getting signing up for PlayStation Plus.
Well,
you do get some freebies occasionally. It's worth it.
I think I was dead set against it when it was first announced, because I thought, there's a few games, but I have actually downloaded a few games now, and I think if there are a couple more titles like this, it will have paid for itself.
Yeah, that's cool.
Honestly, so
you'll have to keep us updated on that side of things. But
will do. But obviously, that's a Double Fine game, and that kind of got me all nostalgic for one of their other great works, so I put in Brutal Legend.
Yeah. I haven't played that yet. I'm just not got around to it. I have no idea why. I just have not got around to playing it.
It's one of those games where it kind of sticks with you. I mean, it's classic. It's just so funny and well done, and it's like most Double Fine and Tim Schafer games. It is just everything. And looking back on it, it's still good. I mean, it suffers from not quite knowing what it is. It starts off like a sort of an action brawler, then turns into like RTS exploration type thing. But there's so many little nods to heavy metal and everything.
I mean, I probably will.
Some of the visual gags are just hilarious. Had me in stitches, even seeing them second time round.
Yeah.
But,
I was tempted to get this when it came out, and you got it, and we both played the. Played the demo, I think.
Yeah.
I remember, and I enjoyed that, but never really got into like that much into that. I thought I've got to go out and get this game, but I'm probably will steal it off you at some point.
Yeah.
And play it. But got a huge list of games to play. I still want to throw Assassin's Creed 2 back in my Xbox.
Yeah.
Haven't got around to it yet, so just so much coming out, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Indeed. But back to what I've been playing.
Yeah, go on. Sorry about that.
My other labour of love is trying to get through Dragon Age Origins and all the DLC before Dragon Age 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Awakening, which was like the big expansion.
Right.
Almost like a mini sequel. Finally finished that. And I have to say, actually, there are certain bits in that I actually enjoyed more than the main game.
Fair dues.
It's seriously sort of dark and twisted, but... Yeah. I did that, and I did one of the other little DLCs. I think I've got one more to do, and then that'll be my save game, which I transfer over to Dragon Age 2. Still love Dragon Age Origins, still think it's a great game. Bit disappointed by the Xbox port, but, it's a good game.
Yeah, it is.
Also today, or earlier on today, or yesterday, if you're listening, the Dragon Age 2 demo was released on like all 3 platforms. Mm-hmm. So I downloaded that and played a bit of that. You saw me playing it as you walked in.
In comparison, well, firstly, how much better it looks. Yeah,
it looks much closer to like the PC version.
Cool. That's what the promise was.
So. Yeah. They've really done with that. Gameplay wise, it's a lot more immediate. It's not any sort of press the button and wait for the thing to happen. When you press the button, it does happen. But the overall mechanics are fairly similar. It didn't feel too different.
Right. But yeah,
there were nice little sort of touches with the animation and gameplay and everything. I noticed 1 or 2 little sound bugs and glitches, which could just be on the demo.
Quite possibly, yeah. I'm sure it's...
Yeah.
I'm sure the demo's kind of been floating around for a little while, but yeah.
Yeah. There's basically, you talk to one character and you can see his lips moving, but he doesn't actually say anything. If you switch the subtitles on, you can see what it's meant to be saying, but there's no audio.
Could just be your download.
Could be.
Yeah, a little glitch in the download. So, it happens.
Yeah, it did take quite a long time to download because my internet's not been great today, but I was so desperate to play it, so I might delete it and re-download it later.
Just for the heck of it.
Yeah, just
well,
something
so
to do.
You excited? This game comes out on the
11th
in
of
the
March.
UK.
Yeah,
awesome.
Oh
we'll
God, I'm so excited.
Talking about it a little bit on the video podcast again this week.
Yeah,
we'll be mentioning what we're looking forward to in the next couple of months and stuff. So that's cool. So you've been busy.
I've been busy.
Also, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this. That it's not the only demo that came out today.
No.
Or yesterday, if you're listening. The Lego Star Wars 3 Clone Wars demo came out.
Do you want to hear something sad?
You've got it already?
I've got it. I haven't played it, but I've got it. And I will be playing it later.
So you hear about that next week.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like my Lego games.
Fair dues.
I'm really excited about Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh dear. Okay, well we're going to say that is perfect opportunity to have a quick break.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll be discussing this week's news. Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. We're now going to talk about this week's news.
Yes, we are.
So, James.
Firstly, I have to do a big thanks to you because I did nothing on the research for the news.
Yeah, no, I kind of picked these stories out myself.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
But, it's there. And
it's been a slower week compared to weeks lately. That's fair to say.
Well,
not as much to talk about.
We've got fewer stories, but we'll see what we can do. First off, do you want to see what I've written down here? Dead Island rises from the grave. That was my own work.
Well done. Little pat on the back, or ripple of pity. Okay.
But I think that's probably like the biggest thing. I mean, you showed me the trailer. I don't know where you saw it. It popped up on a few sites.
I'll be honest. I mean, let's kind of go back to 2007, right?
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah, no. Let's just go back.
Horrible year.
No, it's actually a pretty good year for games. But anyway,
good year for games. But
2007, there was this teaser trailer for a game called Dead Island.
Yep.
And the engine it was running on, it absolutely looked amazing. It looked ahead of its time, basically. As far as games that were coming out then looked pretty good. But this game looked pretty fucking amazing. Very, very impressive technology. And it was slated for a 2008 release.
Yeah.
There was a few clips that came out of some of the tech behind it.
Yeah, I saw like the deformation thing, like the facial structures and everything. And
awesome stuff, yeah.
When you beat them, bits fall off.
Really excited about this game. I love the zombie games. Yeah. So
everybody loves zombie games.
Turns out Techland and... forget the other company who's actually making it, but anyway, turns out that they kind of it was put on hiatus because of Left 4 Dead and things like that.
Yeah, and
there's too many games similar to it coming out around that time, so they put it off. And for ages and ages and ages, I've kind of been wondering what's been going on with this game. And about 3-4 months ago, I kind of just googled it and just watched the trailer again, and was kind of like, oh, damn, is this game being cancelled or what? I tried finding out whether it had or not. I couldn't find out anywhere.
Because there's literally been nothing
at all. Yeah, it's been literally dead.
Yeah.
And there's been no kind of like word about the game whatsoever. And I even went on the website. It was listed on the website, but it wasn't saying that it's still in development or anything like that. So I was like, geez, what's going on? Turns out the other day, turned my computer on, brand new trailer.
And oh my god, what a trailer.
Oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
Seriously.
This trailer is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen the trailer, the announcement trailer for Dead Island, you need to go pause this episode and check it out now. But if you can wait, we will be showing it on this, the video podcast we're going to put out at the end of the week. So it's amazing. It's so, I don't want to sound like a moron, but it's a very beautifully made trailer.
Oh no, it's cinematographly.
Yeah,
cinematographically.
What? That's the name of the episode.
Movie wise.
Cinematographily.
Cinematographily, yeah.
The cinematography is great.
Yeah, it's just so well put together. It's so
told
well
backwards
thought
and
out
of sequence and kind of.
But basically, it starts at both ends and then meets in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And you go on any game site now, you can actually see like a recut version.
Yeah,
where
everybody's been
sequence.
recutting this freaking trailer, but it's cool that it's made people get off their asses.
Yeah.
Basically, like I think it was like Thursday or Friday last week. This trailer kind of just happened, and the whole internet just kind of. I mean, I put clips of it on my on my Facebook, and then before I knew it, everybody else had like reposted it or made comments about it. Later on in the day, there were more details emerging from Techland that this game is definitely happening. We've got this trailer. It's we were just waiting basically. Now this game is technically 4 years in the making. It's coming out this year, so this is definitely one of those games that is now on my list of most anticipated because that trailer.
I had a feeling it
has no. I mean, honestly, it doesn't. It's not actual in-engine gameplay. It's all pre-rendered, but it's such a great trailer.
Yeah, if the people who have that sort of
hype.
Yeah, if people have that sort of artistic vision are in charge of a game like this, it's going to be good. Yeah,
I really hope so. I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably going to have a lot of similarities with Left 4 Dead, but it's probably going to be a better looking game.
Yeah,
Left 4 Dead. That as much as I can probably say. But
yeah, okay, it's been on high. It's probably most of the core gameplay and everything has been done, but in this time now, they've got a chance to use.
I mean,
the technology of today.
What they've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, this game, if they've been working on it fairly solidly and the money's been there, this could be a fucking amazing game.
Yeah.
From the way that they just put out the trailer and the trailer was that amazing, shows I think that they just want to kind of do it right. They kind of just want to.
Absolutely, and it says a lot that they were waiting until the time was right because a lot of games they're kind of forced out the door, forced development, get out quick, get it out, make money, and they're like, well, no, we'll wait till it's ready. That's always to me is a good sign.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, very excited for it. Totally surprised. I mean, it was literally 3 months ago I was looking for this game, and now it's here, and it's like, oh wow. There's this fucking trailer. What? And the trailers are beautiful. It's amazing.
And after you mentioned it, after I watched the trailer, you said, "Oh, I remember this way back." I was thinking to myself, "Oh yeah, I do actually remember you mentioning it."
Yeah, totally.
All those years ago.
Yeah, way back in 2007.
Yeah,
check out the original trailers. I mean, they exist in very poor quality on like YouTube and stuff. But Dead Island. I mean, I've got high hopes for this game. I really hope it doesn't let me down. Yeah.
Well, we're starting to get like the exhibitions and stuff. I think.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we get to see some gameplay and stuff, some actual, some of the juicy bits. But that'd be great. Yeah, looking forward to it. So anyway, more news. Okay. I can talk about this at length, but we'll mention it on the video podcast this week, and we'll even show the trailer on it. So if you don't know where to find this trailer, just wait till the end of the week, and we should be putting up another episode. And download that.
Right, now, harking back to last episode 4, when we had Daryl on the show.
Yep.
He made a good point about some of the best stuff for Kinect actually was some of the hacks that people have done.
I think I made that point.
You made that point?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Well, he agreed with it.
He did agree with it, yes. So I brought it up.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
No. But turns out that Microsoft also respect that, and they have now welcomed all these hackers with open arms, and apparently they are producing a dev kit for it.
Well, it's not so much a dev kit. It's a software development kit, an SDK. It's a package of tools where you can just. It'll be for PC because obviously obviously Kinect works with PC, it works with USB, but that's obviously how people have been using it, how they've been hacking it with PC. So, and they did want to launch Kinect for PC as well, have it as its own thing that works for PC as well. You can buy games for PC, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, they can't ignore the whole hacking side of it, because so many amazing things have come out of it. Because like I said, I did mention it last week, so I won't go on too much about it, but like, I've seen people playing Call of Duty 4 with with Kinect to mimic the movements, and they use the Wii remote and all that kind of stuff to shoot and stuff. Alright, it's that to use a Wii remote, but it's pretty cool. Dead Space 2, some geezers playing that, looked pretty complicated and very hard to play, but you stamp on the floor and you stamp on shit, people are building stuff that's way more impressive than the stuff that's actually available for it. So Microsoft are probably sitting there thinking, great, let's just get these guys on board and see what happens. And we're in this day and age, that's what it's like. People are out there doing stuff, and being way more creative than the people who are supposed to be the most creative people.
Precisely.
I think you can't ignore it these days.
Little Big Planet sort of showed that, about how creative we people are if given the right tools and easy access to
small company like Media Molecule, given the money, given the the resources, given the PS3, look what they did with it.
Yeah, they created not only a great game, but a great sort of tool and device for making your own game.
Exactly.
So
absolutely unfucking believable. And so it's not surprising that they're doing this, but I think they're already shipping out the SDK to certain people, and it will be more widely available later in the year apparently. But do you know what I mean? This is one of those things where you might see a lot of kind of not so much more arcade titles, but the indie games. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people will be developing stuff on PC, building their game, porting it to Xbox 360. And there'll be a bunch of Kinect indie games, and that'd be fucking amazing. But
I just hope
somebody might build something that actually Microsoft want to go, yeah, do you know what, we're gonna fucking make this game. It's gonna come out under us.
I seriously hope that if something really good does come out, that Microsoft take notice. They do a big deal to advertise it and say, well, this has just come out, you should check this out, and it's kind of bring more attention to the fact
absolutely
of it, because
the potential, we did discuss it last week, I said, but the potential is there for some seriously amazing things you just would not think of. When you think Kinect, you just, everyone said, all the hardcore people said, yeah, you won't be able to play these games on it, blah 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 blah, but still, people are trying to, the Gears of War XR thing, which is supposed to be an on-rails shooter that recycles assets and stuff from Gears of War 2. That's about as much as we know about that, but it's still a possible shooter on Kinect, and the hardcore probably will buy into it if it's good enough.
Yeah,
and if people are,
especially those hardcore gamers who bought Kinect for their kids and family, and
Kinect's a great device. It just needs creative people to push the envelope on it and make amazing stuff for it. So I'm glad Microsoft are giving people the opportunity to do that, which is great on their part. So, but in the end, it benefits them, so it's a wise choice.
Like I said, they're not losing out anything on it. If anything, they're gaining by
people
buying this to
definitely.
dev it and all that. So it's really in their best interests. Anyway, talking about Gears.
Yeah, strange that. Let's get going. That.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
I'll try not to. There is supposedly the Gears 3 beta is to be announced later on this week.
Yeah, there's I think Rod Ferguson, one of the producers of Epic Games, tweeted today
an announcement of an announcement.
Yes, we like those.
Yeah.
They're going to happen more and more actually, because all these conferences, announcements of announcements. But still, an announcement of an announcement over Twitter. I don't say Twitter, but Twitter. Yeah, the details about the beta would be announced later on this week. Basically, they gave details that if you buy the Epic Edition of Bulletstorm, obviously we know you get the early access to the beta that way. But they gave other details that you get a code in the box.
Yeah,
and you also need the disc. The code just unlocks.
Yeah, it's like a menu option.
Yeah.
Similar to what the Halo 3 beta was with Crackdown.
Yeah. A little bit like that.
Yeah.
So interesting. I'm excited. I'm going to get Bulletstorm, so I'm going to see what happens with that. But there's no date announced yet, which is obviously what we're really waiting for.
Yeah, maybe that might be
more details. Obviously, Bulletstorm only knows you early access, whereas there'll be, it'll be more public. It's going to be public open beta, is what was announced originally. So who knows? I mean,
it might just give the people who bought Bulletstorm a chance to get on there for a little bit, and then they'll probably release its own kind of like demo thing on
exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Marketplace.
Yeah, I mean that way you sign up for the website, get a code, that kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. We'll get around to playing it at some point and talking about it on the show, I'm sure. But we've just got to kind of wait till later in the week to kind of talk about it, really.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be announcing it, like some more details about it next week.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Once again, an announcement of announcement, but it's it's getting people talking about it again who kind of might have forgotten about the fact that there is a beta about to happen. I mean, I reckon because at the end of the day, the game Gears 3 was supposed to be coming out in April.
Yeah.
When it was originally announced. Now it's pushed back to like the end of November.
Yeah, just for marketing reasons.
Apparently.
I
think a lot of people are saying to give Bulletstorm a lot of breathing space, which
that is
probably
marketing reasons.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I mean, I reckon April is when we're going to see the beta. I can't see why they wouldn't. It gives just over a month of people playing Bulletstorm, and then I think when people's because I don't think it'd be fair to launch the beta too soon after Bulletstorm comes out.
No,
people probably it would detract people from playing that game a little bit. I would have thought. I know a lot of people are ordering the Epic Edition just to get on early access to the beta, but it's their choice.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I think there'll be at least a month's wait before. So I'm saying around April, beginning of April.
Yeah, because I remember when I got Crackdown, there was quite a long wait to get on the Halo 3 beta.
Definitely.
So it's similar sort of tactics, or
hey, you buy this game, you get access to the beta, but you're gonna have to wait for it. Get people playing that game for a bit. Makes sense.
But people will buy it to get on it.
Pretty much. All right then. Well, that pretty much concludes all the news this week. It's not been a very news-heavy week, but still, I have plenty to talk about, which is always good. So we'll take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about this week's releases. Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. We're random. Okay, we're going to talk about this week's releases. Now, for once, we actually have some games coming out.
Hey.
I mean, like I said, we mentioned last week, Marvel Vs Capcom 3 is already out. Go get it. It's amazing. This week, one of my most anticipated games comes out, Bulletstorm, which we also just talked about, literally.
Yeah. We're hoping that our copies might turn up a little bit early so we can talk about it on the video.
We'll kind of hoping to schedule that in. Yeah, that's what we can record.
We'll see how that goes.
Be a massive panic at the end of the week because we've got to play through, hopefully get Bulletstorm early, play through it, record a video, edit the video, put it up. It's going to be a nightmare.
I'll have work. I'll leave that up to you.
Thanks. So, yeah, Bulletstorm is like I think I'll put it like number 5 of my most anticipated games because it was a new IP. It was a bit of a risk with it, but very, very aggressive ad campaign for it. I think at the moment. Yeah. So I'm interested. I'm excited to play it. We played the demo. I was wasn't majorly impressed to begin with, but kind of warmed to it. So I'm hoping that because I had the chance to play it, I'm now that I'm warm to it, I'll be okay once I put the game in day one, start playing it, and I think I'm still dubious about it. I'm not sure quite how I feel about it. I'm excited to play it. It is one of my most anticipated games of this year, but we'll see.
Is it going to be like more of the same with Gears, or is it going to be something different, or is it going to be too different?
I'm kind of hoping it is a bit different, but is enjoyable. So we'll just see what happens. But yeah, Bulletstorm comes out on Friday. I think it might already be out in the States. I can't remember. Or is it a universal release date?
I'm not sure.
Who knows? Didn't do the research.
We should know.
We should, but we don't. Then the other big game that comes out, PS3 exclusive, Killzone 3.
Oh,
comes
yes.
out this week.
Now that's another thing I should have played, because I did download the single player demo for that, and I was meant to play it for this show.
You'll have to play it this week, and we'll mention it later. But that'd be cool. Killzone 3, eagerly anticipated game for a lot of PS3 owners. Not so much for me. Don't have a PS3, so I'm not that bothered.
Well, I'll see. I'll see how
It's got move support.
Yeah.
I've
got move.
And it's 3D if you've got 3D TV. And
I don't.
It's, it does a lot of things if you've got a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you're rich, this game's probably amazing.
But just see how rich I'm feeling. So there are a lot of other games coming out.
Yeah.
Soon.
So yeah, Bulletstorm, Killzone 3, this week's 2 big releases. Find them in stores Friday, pick them up, good times. So,
That sounds like some sort of instructional...
Yeah, I'm telling people what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, also telling you what to do, please visit the website, www.games4allpodcast.com, that's the number 4. We're going to update it very soon, hopefully, ideally Friday if it can be done, but it'll be the weekend, at the very latest Monday. So by the time we've got a new episode out of the audio podcast next week, the website should be updated, much better looking, high quality videos. It just looks nicer than what we've got at the moment, and I'm proud of it. It looks pretty good, so we're gonna hopefully get that up soon. But that's Games4allpodcast.com. You can find us on Twitter.
It's twitter.com/Games4all. There's also a link on the site.
Indeed, there is. There's also, we've embedded our tweets down the side of the website as well, so you can read those.
That's awesome.
Or follow us, just go on Twitter and follow us if you've got an account. If you haven't, just
follow us on Twitter. Don't literally follow us.
No, please.
I'll get paranoid.
Facebook, if you want to check us out on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
Again, also a link on the website for that. You can see all the people that like us.
Yeah.
Join us in liking us.
Okay, so that's enough of that. What? Okay, anyway. It's been a strange episode. Anyways, but thank you very much for downloading and listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes. That'd be fantastic. And check out our video podcast that should be up at the end of this week, episode 14 of Games4all Extra. We're going to be talking about Marvel Vs Capcom and Bulletstorm, hopefully, and some of the cool trailers and games we're looking forward to. So it's going to be quite a cool little episode. We haven't done a video in a while. Excited. Should be good.
I'll look terrible.
That's
I always do.
Fine. So, once again, thanks for downloading, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, please check out our website, www.games4allpodcast.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Games4all. And you can like us on Facebook, just search for Games4all Podcast. Games4all is brought to you by iPage. For more affordable and greener web hosting, check out iPage.com. Page.com. 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 Page.com.